Hello money magnets and master traders. If you guys believe that you are a money magnet, I want you guys to write it in the comment section. I am a money magnet. Remember guys, we do not get what we want, we get what we believe. And I have to tell you, SPY lost the 50 daily moving average, the 50 DMA yesterday. And the last time this happened, SPY dropped more than $100 to the downside. Right now it's battling my triangle pattern as a resistant right now, but the last time we lost that 50 daily moving average, SPY dropped more than $100. We're going to talk more about it in a little bit, but I have to say these last couple of days so far this week has truly been a blessing with all this beautiful volatility. Yesterday we had some good level to level moves to the upside, to the downside. This was yesterday's price action. In the morning and close to the afternoon, moves to the upside and to the downside, but it wasn't until afternoon is when we got the real beautiful move. You can see on this candle right here where we broke down the 671 level. There was another candle right here where we broke down the 669 level. It was a beautiful breakdown of support, and Uncle did mention this in my Discord. I wrote 671 hit and lost as well, and as long as below 669 is in play. And then eventually we broke down 669. I wrote selling pressure continues with 669 failing as support. Holy moly, donut shop. You guys can see after playing those breakdowns of 671 and 669, it led to a beautiful move to the downside. I even wrote in yesterday's post, I wrote here end of day thoughts, and I let my group know swinging your runners of puts would not be a bad idea. I was letting my Discord members know if you want to swing runners of puts, it would have been a great idea, and it aged very well. As you guys can see, if you swung puts from yesterday, we went as low as 655.86. That's almost a $20 move to the downside, okay? Because yesterday's high was around 673.7ish and today's low was 655.8ish. That's an incredible move. Even today's price action, we're getting some really good stuff. But I'm gonna get to the daily chart for now, guys. I love price action trading. Uncle is the best. My Discord members, my extended family, you guys are the best. But like I said in earlier in the video, the last time this happened, the last time we lost the 50 DMA, SPY dropped more than $100 to the downside. Let me show you guys the example. That orange line is my 50 daily moving average. You guys can see on this one right here. This is back in February where we broke down the 50 daily moving average as a support, and then we had 1, 2, 3 candles retesting that moving average as a resistant before giving us that legendary drop to the downside. Holy moly, donut shop. Question now is, will that happen again? But we will take it one level, one setup, one trading day at a time. Today, as you guys can see, we're trying to figure out if SPY is going to break down this triangle pattern or not. I am bear biased right now because we're below the 50 daily moving average. I'm still willing to trade those intraday up moves and down moves. Doesn't matter to me. But if you want my opinion, I am bearish right now and do favor more downside. Now, bearish follow through is needed. Bearish follow through is needed. This is why I'm watching very carefully how the market is reacting to my triangle pattern, because we didn't really get a traditional breakdown. We got a gap down, and it was a beautiful gap down, but right now we're retesting that area as a resistance. And as long as below it, to recapture that triangle pattern, SPY needs to pop up above 665. So with that being said, I can't fully get bullish or favor a back test of that 50 daily moving average unless 665 can clear. Because if it does, we can go for the back test of the 50 DMA. And if we recapture the 50 DMA, I have to say that would be extremely bullish, and I will switch back my general lean to being bullish. But as of right now, I'm still bearish. We lost the 50 daily moving average, and currently, as you guys can see in real time, it's about 1:37 p.m. in the afternoon as of recording this. You guys can see in real time that the market makers are stepping up around Uncle's triangle pattern, trying to confirm the breakdown or not. Now, staying below 665 would be bearish, and then I have another fib level at 660.7. If we break down that level, we're likely dropping back down to the 655 to 652.84 level. So stay bearish unless we get back above the triangle pattern 665 and get back above the 50 DMA 669. 599. Looking at triple Q, it's chopping right now. It's pretty volatile intraday, but it's chopping right now. And just like SPY, we lost that 50 daily moving average. We're basing around Uncle's fib level around 599.3. So above 599.3, I do have some resistant levels 601 and 603. If those levels clear, we can go for the back test of the 50 DMA, which is around 606.7. And I can't get bullish again unless we recapture that moving average. Otherwise, I'm bearish. And breaking down 599.3 and 598 would be the bearish follow through the bears want to see. Here is Tesla also chopping and consolidating. Right now, you guys know Tesla is a very volatile ticker symbol. 399.7 up to 414 is my chop range. Anything between that is chop. I'm going to remain neutral. But if we want to talk about being bullish, I need to see Tesla get above 414. And to be bearish, taking down that 399.7 level on the daily chart would help the bears out. That would put 391 or lower in play. I would definitely be bearish, fully bearish below that 391 level. But other than that, between 399.7 up to 414, I am neutral. Now NVDA, I've been bearish on this ticker symbol, but it is showing some signs of life. It's trying to stay above my 183.4 fib level, but I can't fully commit to being bullish just yet unless it can recapture that 50 daily moving average, and then maybe we can get a bounce back to the upside. The 50 daily moving average is around 186.2-ish as of recording this. Add it to your chart. Pay attention to where it's at, because if we recapture it, 190, 192 plus will be back in play. Above 192, Uncle would be bull biased once again. But right now, I'm telling you, if we lose 183.4, 182, and 180 as support, we're likely drop it down to 178.8 or lower. Right now, it's still looking bearish, but the bulls have a shot, and I will not trust the bounce unless it get back above the 50 daily moving average. Amazon, I've been saying it's been bearish. Look at his arrows already pointing at that pivot high, 238.8. We lost that pivot high back there on that November 13th candle, and it's aged pretty well. Keep pushing downwards, and it's losing my 225 support level. That is a fib level, and if it stays below 225, more downside is possible. 223, 221.6. And if those levels fail, expect more upside. If we want to get a bounce, we have to get back above 225 and 220 to get a bounce going. Where is that 50 move? Oh, it rejected from the 50 daily moving average today. That's around 228.3-ish. You want to see that level recapture. Hard to get bullish when it's below the 50. Here is Meta trying to go for a bounce. Where are my moving averages? Let's get my moving averages in here. Well, yeah, it's below multiple moving averages. Even the 20 dropped below my 200 daily moving average. But let's look at the short-term stuff and look at the levels. I have a level at 599 and 601.2. If we are to get a bounce, those are the level that must clear, and I would definitely favor a bigger bounce above 607 and 608.5. Those are fib levels. But if those levels can't recapture, I'm still gonna stay bearish on Meta. Here is Microsoft. Got the breakdown, a bearish gap down actually. This is a breakaway gap of my bear flag. Couldn't get the breakdown traditionally, but this is good enough for me. It's breaking down the 494.7 level. That's a fib level, and it did bounce off my 487.77 fib level as well. But I tell you, below 494.7, more downside is possible, and if we lose 487.77, expect more downside. Here is Apple. It's looking bearish. It's definitely looking bearish. Bulls are trying to keep it alive, showing some buying pressure. You can see from that wick, but right now we're rejecting from the 5 daily moving average. We're trying to break down the 20, and we're below my fib level of 269.5. I can't get bullish unless we're above 269.5 and above that 5 daily moving average. To get above that, we need to get above 271, and then maybe we can get a bounce back to the upside. Otherwise, it's looking bearish, and I have next target at 268, 266, 264.5. Bears in control as long as below those levels. Here is IWM. Bulls are trying to avoid more downside here. Recapture my 234 fib level. Above 234, maybe, just maybe, the bulls can get the bounce going. But you guys see, I had this pivot low right here around 237.5. We're way below that right now. So if we're talking about being bullish, when is Uncle going to be bullish again? We need to recapture 237.5, and I would favor a nice move, $10, $15 move back to the upside. Otherwise, it's looking kind of bearish. Bears follow through. We need to break down 234, 232, and 230. Those levels break down, more downside incoming. Here is the VIX. Now, the bears might like this one. Well, the bulls might like this one, because you guys can see we had the big body green candle yesterday, and today it's looking really wicky, kind of choppy, but looking really wicky. If there's more downside to be had, we need to take that support level out at 22.3 and 20.73. Those levels break down. I'm bearish on the VIX, and if the VIX is bearish, we are bullish on the SPY. Otherwise, to stay bullish on the VIX or more upside, 23.88 must clear next to put 26 or higher in play. Now guys, keep in mind, I am recording this in the middle of the day. It's 1:44 p.m. as of recording this, so I can't give you guys the final result for DarkPool levels. But right now, the highest level we have is at 660.3, over $103.9 million in premium. Usually in the middle of the day, the highest, the number with the highest amount of premium usually ends the day with the highest amount of premium. So it's very likely that 660.35 is the main level to watch as far as DarkPool level. You guys can screenshot this if you want, but 660.35 is the level to watch, and that's pretty close to my fib level, which is at 660.73. So above it, we can possibly get a bounce going, guys, but below it, the bears continue to send us down. Guys, appreciate you for being here. I love y'all. I hope you found content in today's video. If you want more content from Uncle Charters, check the pinned comment below. Join Uncle's extended family in the Discord, and let's be money magnets. Yep.